Hey folks, this is BestInSlot. Welcome back to our horror park build in Jurassic World Evolution 2. First things first, apologies, there's no camera today. My camera quite simply isn't working because it hates me deeply and dearly, which is lovely to experience. And yeah, that's about it. So today we're working on one of our penultimate build, I would suggest. In the last video we did a Camp Cretaceous inspired... Where did all these trees come from? We did a Camp Cretaceous inspired build with Toro here, and the plan was for the player to hop onto the monorail and come all the way over here. There was a comment suggesting that you would see the broken monorail, and that would be a spoiler. Let me check that. So you enter, and you see the broken monorail, and it's a spoiler. But I don't, it's a spoiler, but is it a big deal? No, okay, what will Blim Blammin do? Because it's a fair point, as loath as I am to admit it. We'll join these two back up together. We won't have the double break, because I think you'll notice this. You're probably not going to notice this. This one's more noticeable given the situation, but this one a little bit more subtle, and we've got the break there as well. And I'm just going to start building an aviary, and we'll see what we decide to do past that point. The aviary is going to be pretty ginormous. It's going to be a big, central, important figure for this part of the tour. And the idea is that at some point along this aviary tour, you're going to... it's going to be ginormous. I'm going to have to play. It's going to be ginormous. At some point during this aviary tour, let me think about how big I want this to be. At some point, you're driving along, you're following the path. You know, you're not driving, the car is automatically along the path, and then it hits a rock, or it hits like a fallen tree, or it hits like a thing it can't get past. So you have to get out, and you have to walk through the aviary. And then you come out of the aviary, which should be here. We do the safari zone, we do jump. We can get it a little bit bigger, but not too much. I have to make sure there's room for, you know, the rest of the bloody build. That old nonsense. It's pretty frickin' ginormous. It's probably... Oh god, wait, what's gonna happen with this monorail? Didn't think about this. Alright, bear with me. Go that way, and if we grab our big old fire sticks, have those, that's going to look really cool actually, have those sitting there at the entrance to the aviary. Very nice, very sexy. Do the same over here. We have a theme, the theme must be stuck to, almost really. The good thing about having like a really strict theme in how you build things is that when you circumvent that theme, it's much more impactful. You know, you have to establish a baseline before you can deviate from the baseline, otherwise nobody cares about it. It's like when you're writing a book. And you have to have like a, I mean not always, but typically you'd have like a little bit at the start, kind of, you know, the normal way of the world before things go to hell. Because if things have already gone to hell, then it's less interesting because you don't have that comparison with what the world looked like in the past. You know what I mean? So let's get some shops in here, or a big old thing. I like big old things. One day I will be a big old thing, so I have to learn to love them now. Guest attraction, because why not, basically, and... is there a viewing thing? Yeah? Which was... Yeah. Sorry, it's been a really long day already. My god, has it been a long day. Let's get some attractions in here. Can I get one on both sides? Oh, you know I can. Sexy, sexy. I think it's kind of sexy. Oh, wait, no. Oh, wait, it can work. Oh, yeah. Okay, bear with. Okay, what we're gonna do? What are we gonna do? Where's that crossover? It's like right there. Okay, I think that's fine. It's not what I had in mind, but it's not a big deal. That's the crossover bit where the track goes past the path. I really like that inclusion that they've done. I think it's a really smart idea. It's not even like immensely novel or anything, but I do think it's a smart idea. I'll do a little baby fence. I don't want to do anything. No, that's too baby a fence. There you go. You're a better fence. Just so the area is blocked off a little bit and the kiddywinks don't wander off into the forest, basically. As the kiddywinks are prone to doing. I know, as I was once a kiddywink who loved to wander off into the forest. What can I say? Just gonna block all this area in. Yeah. Don't know why you're curving there, but that's okay. Yeah, they look really good. We need a shingamajag. There we go, there's my shingamajag. How am I going to connect this? This isn't connected. You're not connected. Oh, you are connected. Are you connected? You must be connected. It must be, right? Because these buildings are working. I don't know how that's connected. I understand that it's connected because of the monorail, but I thought the monorail wasn't connected to the start, if that makes sense. Like, it hasn't connected to the actual entrance all the way back. But if it wants to work, it wants to work. That's fine by me. And just a little utility path in there. You're not really meant to see this down. That's a bit too much. I've got to remember I tell you what, actually, that is why there's all that grass suddenly appearing in my park. It's because of overgrowth. If you missed my mod spotlight on Tuesday, Overgrowth is a new Chaotenic mod wherein you can put trees and grass on basically absolutely everything, which is pretty cool. And also a pain in the ass. Things can be two things, you know? Come on, this one killed the grass, right, that'll do. Tense high, radius low, and then we just... It's because usually the grass bits would not extend over onto the path itself, but because of overgrowth they are. I'll probably uninstall it at some point. It's good for some builds, not good for every build. Although I think it's good for this build. So I don't know what I'm saying. I think, you know, being able to put trees on everything could be really good for some parts of this build if you want to do something a bit more, you know, spooky. Anyway, just a little staff section, no big deal. Got our aquarium there. Let's get some other guest stuff on the go. Restroom. Lovely stuff. Ah, why did you tilt? I swear I got that right. And a shelter. Are you allowed a shelter? Yeah, but it's shut, right? Or it's blocked off with something, I don't know. You're allowed to see the shelter, you're not allowed inside the shelter. That's how it goes. Them's the rules. Maybe the shelter's like overgrown. Blocked off by foliage. Yeah, so I mean, you could enter the viewing gallery if you wanted, but that's about it. You know that the right way is to hop onto the tour. Now it says incomplete track. That's because it is an incomplete track. That tracks. That's fine. No, it's not fine. We need to fix that right now. Right, this blim blam in second. Edit the route. I might change this up actually. Can we change it up? Unlit, unlit. No, we just want the regular one. Okay, I'm hoping that this will just end nicely. And that'll count as a complete track. I'm not totally sure if that works. We might have to loop somehow. But either way, let's pick some creatures. I was going to say dinosaurs. Let's get additional bays. And what do we want? We want Pterodactyl. I think I might want... I just want loads of them, right? We just want a crazy number of pterosaurs in here. All flip-flapping about, doing their pterosaur things. Pterodactylus looks spooky, so that's cool. Dimorphodon is kind of different size-wise and a little spooky, so that's cool. Get some of those in there. Tapejara is new, so that's cool. Go. Have to have a Pteranodon, of course. That's cool. Everything's cool. Tell your friends. And Geo. Geo's my fave. Is Geo still my favourite? I think Tapejara is my favourite actually, but Geo, you're my fave. In your pop. Let's grab all these. We'll just pop all these out and we'll see if it's enough, basically. Actually, we'll probably finish the exhibit build before we release them all. We'll release them all at the end. A triumphant releasing. It's my favourite kind of releasing. Okay, that'll do for now. Right, I need to know where this track is, first of all. That hasn't completed, which makes me nervous. Why is that not... Arrgh. Why? Does it have to be a loop? I thought it didn't have to be... I really don't want to loop this back through. I can do. I'm going to have to, I'm pretty sure. Doesn't actually make a negative difference in theory to do this. Ah, there we go, and it's the right way. It's the right way. Awesome. Right. So, you're going to get to, like, I think... You need to be a moderate way in, otherwise it doesn't really work. So maybe somewhere around here. You can't really see the track, which is kind of like... And then we need some rocks. And let's go for temperate today. And we're just going to block this up entirely. I don't know if this will actually block the car. I actually don't know that. But we'll see very soon, I suppose. It's on the way. I'm quite curious. I don't know. Place your bets right now. Will the Jeep, will the truck be blocked by this? And by this mound of rockiness? I genuinely do not know the answer to that question. I'm gonna mix up my rocks a little bit. Crazy like that, what can I say? It's on the way. It's on the way. But there's been a terrible accident. Oh no. Come in. Come in. Come in. Come on. Come on. Interesting. Right. Okay. New, alternate, better plan has been established. I have to keep using my big old brain to make this work. Right, I don't want that to work. I want this to no longer function. You are dead. You are an ex-tructor, okay, my friend? I'm very sorry to tell you. But the player will see, using their big old brain, that there is a bit of a gap on this right-hand side. They'll get there, realise they can't get through it, and then think, okay, but what if I just walk through that gap myself? Thus doing what I've said I want them to do. And I think, just to make sure of that, what we do, and we'll have to blend this in a little bit better, obviously, but we'll make a rock wall all the way along here. So that basically there is no way, as long as the player is doing it properly, as in playing in first person mode and clicking to drive, etc., then in theory there's no way for the player to get to the other side of the I've done it right, I'm a genius. But in theory, there's no way for the player to get to the other side of the aviary, assumedly. I actually can't walk through these, right? Yeah, the player cannot get through to the other side of the aviary without hopping out of their vehicle, which is obviously trapped over here. I'll put some more rocks in. Can't get through there. Have to make sure that's blocked as well. So you come here instead, and you realise, okay, so now I have to walk to the other side of the aviary. Now, how you get out the other side of the aviary, I don't know at this point in time. That would be the next problem. I've got a gate on the aviary. Can I walk through this gate here? Yeah, okay, cool. Cool. Very cool. Okay, right, so let's put our decos on here, kind of signifying that this is the way to go. Of course, we need our little sign. It's a small thing attacking my face. Not in a fun way. There we go. So the player comes through this rock. And it's not like a big walk or anything, but the point is that you should feel... You see it, you see the exit there. But you should feel very, very exposed. You know, there's all these pterosaurs flying above your head. I'm just going to obscure this rock for fairly obvious reasons. Big load of forest right here in the middle. Hopefully it just seems fine. You don't really notice that I've had to concoct this madness surrounding you. I don't think it'll be a particularly... Once the whole thing's finished, I don't think it'll be particularly noticeable. I mean, you need a decent spat of forest anyway, right? Yeah, it blends, but it is what it is. Does it blend? You're damn right it does, George. You're damn right it does. Get some forest. Forest. Lovely stuff. It's good if it's not, especially this first bit, if it's not totally exposed. Like, it's better... This bit, a little bit covered, you feel a little bit safe, and it's when you get through here that suddenly you feel like, you know, you're out in the middle of the open, surrounded by pterosaurs. That's spooky stuff right there, folks. Spooky stuff. And we'll give some incentive for the pterosaurs to come over here as well. So this will be their feeding area. I know they don't actually feed, but that's neither here nor there. Terrain, what are you talking about? What? What? What terrain constraints? What? Oh, don't be a dick. Why can't I add water? It's gone. Meh? Come on! I don't understand. What's going on? They really don't like this, do they? I wonder what's causing that. The aviary just can't seem to... Is it the slope? I don't know. I don't think so. Yeah, the aviary just hates it. Huh. That's actually really annoying. That's kind of ruined quite a lot of the aesthetic I had in mind. I don't know why that's happening. I don't know. I don't know. Let's do a sandy area instead. It's fine. We'll make do, folks. We'll make do, as we always do. Sandy bit over there as well. And this is more like... The idea is this is where they'd hang out, right? So we want to put all the perches here. I want you to feel like you're suddenly in their home, you know? And also that kind of this monolithic, sci-fi-esque kind of area over there. A couple of them got... There's probably too many, now that I think about it. But there's going to be a lot of pterosaurs, so it does make sense. Okay, I need more rocks. Obviously. Obviously. Could never be enough rocks, folks. Never, never, never. Tiger was not the right choice. I don't know why I went for it, but I just want to blend this in a little bit better. Maybe like a little pit or something to kind of suggest why this has happened in the first place. Oh, is there a hard limit in aviaries? I think there is. I don't know. I don't know if this really suggests anything, but yeah, you know what I mean? It's fine. It all comes together. It all makes sense in the end. How are we doing on time? We're okay, actually. I might not have to cut too much out of this video, which would be nice. Nice change. Okay. So you get there. You can't drive any further. Maybe you can drive through that gap. I'm going to make that gap a little bit smaller just in case. It should feel like almost like an ancient passage, you know, like a secret passage for the player. Make sure you can fit through that. Yeah, I think that's very cool, actually. You can just see that fire over there, and you see, oh, something's going on, you know, a little bit of rumbling, because we've already established the earthquake and stuff like that. But then you start walking, and you see these monolithic posts rising into the sky, and the pterosaurs swooping about in the area. If I just say it, like, really dramatically, you guys will believe it's cool. That's the theory. There's lots of theories that didn't pan out. Cold fusion. Oh, it's finally raining. It's been so hot the last few days, by our standards anyway. I've had to break out my air conditioner. She's been blowing away all night long, and yet it was still melting. Oh, I was still melting anyway. Bless her, she tried. Tried her best. It's like, I don't know, I kind of want it to feel like a graveyard. I don't really know why. Like, I don't think I've got a logical reason for that. But that's the theme that I wanted. I don't know. Shut up. Really wish I could get the water in there, but it kind of works more runaway thematically, I would say. Let's drop that down. I want this to come right to, come here, you cheeky little blighter. To the edge there. Like so. I think it looks really cool, actually. It's weird, but, you know, that's fine. Do we have any... The problem is that I'm building on a tropical map, so my tree selection is... You know what? Some of these look okay in this kind of situation. I wouldn't say they're perfect, but... You know, these palm tree kind of things, they look alright. Just so it's a little bit more interesting to look at, really. So it looks like something that might actually exist. Rather than being this mutant graveyard thing that would never exist in a real thing. Okay, there we go. And then the right hand side, I don't know. Maybe I block off this right bit with some deco building things like we've been doing for the entire playthrough. This kind of stuff, you know. This bit's been closed down. Maybe this is them trying to say, you know, the whole thing is closed down, essentially. Get a crane in there. A few more of those, but stick them in the distance. So they look kind of not like they're not ready, per se, to be used quite yet. Cages that were meant to be for the pterosaurs. I'm so happy it's raining. Hard to describe how much. Yeah, it's a good way to just fill in the gaps a little bit, you know. Got their tent set up on the hill, ready to monitor some stuff. No oh, that's the trailer. I'd like a placeable vehicle. That'd be really nice, like a little jeep I can place down. Because this will disappear. I don't know if that'll disappear, actually. It's been there for a very long time. I suspect it would disappear eventually. If not, just when I reload the game, if nothing else, you know? But anyways, they've got their setup. They're monitoring the area. Or they were monitoring the area. They were monitoring here as well with the crack. But then, you know, they had to get out when it all went to hell, basically. That makes sense? Yeah, let's pretend that makes sense. Okay, cool. And I'm going to put in some meat feeders. I can't remember if the pterosaurs actually use these, but since I can't use the right feeders anyway, I don't really have a choice. So, and that would at least send the message that, you know, you're dealing with carnivorous creatures here. You're dealing with something that you should be a little bit spooked by. I need some trees. Not too many trees. But enough. Lack of amenities. What are they talking about? Just because they're trapped at the very start of the exhibit where there's nothing in there at all. That's neither here nor there. Okay, and then we need some rocks on the right, and I would say we're looking pretty good. Almost finito. Okay. It's not exactly what I had in mind because of the lack of water, but in general, it's okay. Where's that path gone? I swear. Hello? You in there? You're in there. Bloody Nora. Alright, I kind of killed you, didn't I? My bad, buddy. My bad. I want you to feel, like I said, like choked in here at the start. Like the forest is a noose. And it's just tightening around you. And then suddenly you're like, oh, well, okay, yeah, sure, I'm having to walk, and that's spooky. But at least I'm out in the open, you know. At least I'm not surrounded by this ominous forest anymore. And then you realise, well, yeah, sure. But you're exposed badly. In a very spooky way. Okay, cool. I am happy with what we have done. So let's pop out those pterosaurs. Watch some vids. Oh, you're very green. Pterodactylus and Shrek got together and had way too much fun. Bloody Nora. Because in theory, even though there's no food to attract them, I think they'll be attracted to the perches, right? The ones over there. They may go perch over here. That is wide open. I hope that stays open though. That's very helpful to me. They may perch over here for a while, but as they expand their territory to that bit over there, which actually does look like a big dead area, then in theory they should start to perch over on that far side if we give them enough time. There's lots of theories that didn't pay out though. Oh my god, it's like pouring down there. That's beautiful. Oh yeah, I've still got the Jurassic World. I know this has been the case a lot. Before the final episode, so after next episode, I'm going to clear out all my mods and I'm going to clear out every single mod and then reinstall the ones that I need. I think the only mod I need is the Troodon. I can't remember any others. We may use the T-Rex one. I don't think we will. I think it's a bit over the top. But yeah, I love these little guys, but I will swap those back to Dimorphodon eventually. And then I think it's just Sweetener's lovely Troodon that I need. Pavajaro is so good. Just love the crest, man. That one is actually a really, really nice, particularly nice combo, I would say. Look at those colours. You're an absolute stunner. You've got a very weird head, but that's fine. You're weird but pretty. I understand that. That's something I can vibe with very hard. Might even pop out some JP3 Pteranodons for the fun of it. I'm a fun kind of guy, what can I say? Yeah, okay, we've got a pterosaurs. That's pretty cool, actually. That kind of dark green with the light green looks really cool. Like that, like that. And then finally, Geostern Bogia. Which, again, the crest is lovely stuff. Fantastic looking pterosaur. Big old swooping beak. Looks like it could just skewer you entirely, you know. And, you know, maybe it would never go for that, but that doesn't matter. As long as you think it might do, then that works. Alright, where are they all? Yeah, so they're all kind of down here at the moment. They will start to move. You see the Pterodactylus is expanding, the Pteranodons are expanding. They will all eventually expand their territory until it includes this bit over here. And they start, as you'll see soon, hopefully, perching over here. They love to perch. They really do. Let's drive, baby, drive. There we go. I think your inclination would be to drive as well. And then you head down here, next to the zombies, drive through. And you're like, okay, a little spooky, but, you know, a little spooky, but I am inside, and hopefully you don't swap the view, because that doesn't make any sense. You're feeling okay, so you drive, you see there's a load of forest in there, you can't get through there anyway. So you just follow the path. You think that's a small thing. There's abandoned vehicles filled with corpses littering the pathways, and you drive on regardless. And you'd be able to see the route better if I didn't have this mod installed. That's why you can't see a bloody thing. Then you swing around here, and then uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. The path, it's blocked. But I see a route through. I will drive through, question mark. Eh? Oh no, I can't drive through. Guess I'll hit the back button. And I will venture out on foot. And there's nothing here. I feel safe. I see the exit in the distance. But then, dom, 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 the Valley of the Pterosaurs awaits me. And so forth. There's none here at the moment, but there will be. I just think if they're all sitting there watching you as you walk past, it'll feel really ominous. And then, this is kind of a shame. Oh no, it's not a shame. It does work. What am I about? And then that opens up and... You'd see that, and then you'd see the next tour you get in. So you're just immediately going to get into another vehicle, which might make you feel more apprehensive again, because obviously it's just gone terribly wrong. And then you're going to drive through this forest zone, and then you got the finale. Done. Easy as that. Finito. I will just leave this playing for a little bit on hyperspeed and hope I can get them down here. But yeah, that is about it from me. I don't know how well this worked out. I didn't really end up working out how I planned in my head in terms of this area here. But I mean, in terms of getting out of the vehicle and stuff, I think we found some good ways to force players to do what I want them to do, which is the important thing, right? So yeah, I'm not too unhappy at all. Obviously this area here needs a little bit of cleanup. But then you'll hop in again, you'll do Safari Zone, and then our big jump to finish things off, and oh right, yeah, I forgot about that. And then over here, and we are done, so only 2 episodes left. Hopefully the next one won't be quite so far away. I apologise, I know it's been like 2 weeks. There's just a lot going on. I'm trying to juggle like 500 different series at the moment. Eventually it'll all settle back down again, in theory. Either way, thank you so much for joining me. If you've got any ideas for the aviary we've already done, if you want me to chuck anything else in there, let me know. Or if you... we could even chuck some dinosaurs in there, in theory. It wouldn't be that difficult. Nah. Meh. Or we could even chuck a lagoon in there. Or, I don't know. Or any ideas for the Safari Zone, which will be the next area. Big, wide open area. We're going to have all our multitudes of different dinosaurs in there, including the escaped Spinosaurus from earlier. Then let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you very much for joining me. Cheers, much love as always. Bye-bye.
Houston, if you're ready, we'll maneuver. Reaching out.